Hey everybody, Qroo here. Today I'm going to be talking about the Spanish word lo. You'll see this word used all through the Spanish language, but often with very different translations in English. Let me show you what I mean. Se lo di a Juan. I gave it to Juan. Lo means it here. Lo vimos ayer. We saw him yesterday. Lo means him here. Lo curioso es que Juan quiere dejar su trabajo. The curious thing is that Juan wants to leave his job. Lo means the thing here. No sabes lo mucho que te quiero. You don't know how much I love you. Lo means how here. So that's what this video is about. I'm going to be breaking lo down into 5 key categories of usage so you can start using lo correctly in your own Spanish. That's how good this video is going to be, folks, I promise you. Our first category is using lo as a direct object pronoun. And this is the first way many folks actually learn it. So lo is a direct object pronoun referring to a masculine noun. It can mean like him, it. ¿Le diste el libro a Juan? Did you give the book to Juan? No direct object pronoun yet, folks. Sí, se lo di. Yes, I gave it to him. See here, lo is referring to the book, el libro. ¿Cuándo conociste a mi jefe? When did you meet my boss? Lo conocí ayer. I met him yesterday. See, lo is referring to mi jefe. If you don't know anything about direct and indirect object pronouns, I have several videos on the subject, both on the free site and in my members group, the Qroo Spanish Crew. You'll find a link to that members group in the description of this video. It's a fantastic place where I offer a lot of exclusive content and help for people. There's a ton of material, okay? You'll be able to get this down. Before we go on to category number 2, I just want to take a moment to talk about the sponsor of this video, Lingopie. Lingopie is a valuable resource for anyone who wants to improve their ear for spoken Spanish. Lingopie has a large library of Spanish programs and movies, and you can even link your Netflix account to it. And what Lingopie does is it enhances the experience of watching that content. If you don't know a word, you can just click on it in the subtitle to see the definition. When you do this, it'll actually add it to your own private word list that you can study later using other tools in the site like flashcards and quizzes. Just think how much new vocabulary you could learn from a single show. If you have a question about the grammar of a particular sentence or you're wondering why that conjugation is used, you can just click on this icon for a complete explanation. If you're studying other languages, you might also be interested to know that Lingopie offers programming in 9 different languages. My wife loves it for learning Italian. If you'd like to try Lingopie for free for 7 days, just click on the link in the description section of this video. That brings us to category number 2, lo as a neuter article. And this one confuses folks a little bit. In this sense, it often translates as the thing or the part. This happens when you see lo combined with an adjective in the masculine singular form. Lo bueno, the good thing. Lo importante, the important thing. Lo curioso, the curious thing. See, lo is meaning the thing, the concept, whatever we're talking about. You can easily pop it into sentences. Lo bueno de escuchar música es que puede mejorar tu estado de ánimo instantáneamente. The good thing about listening to music is that it can improve your mood instantly. See, lo bueno, the good thing. Lo difícil, the difficult aspect. And if you want to pop a más in there, it's even better. Lo más difícil, the most difficult thing, es tomar la primera decisión. The most difficult thing is making the first decision. That brings us to category 3, and I made this its own category because it's just that important. Lo que, which means that which, or what, when it's not the question word what. You'll see what I mean. Nunca sabes lo que tienes hasta que lo pierdes. You never know what you have until you lose it. Now, that lo que. In English, we're just saying what you have. But here's a trick with this. If you can substitute that which, okay, in English, you never know that which you have, as awkward as that might sound, it'll help you remember when to use lo que. That's where lo que goes. And I call it the what that's not a question word what. So if you're saying you never know what you have, wait a minute, is that the question word what? No. Could I substitute you never know that which you have? Yes. So what should be there? Lo que. Lo que más me gusta es leer novelas. What I like most is reading novels. See, that's not the question word what. but you could substitute that which I like most is reading novels. Lo que necesito es un poco de tiempo a solas. What I need is some time alone, right? That which I need is some time alone. Lo que necesito es un poco de café. Lo que me sorprende es tu capacidad para resolver problemas. What surprises me is your ability to solve problems. That which surprises me, right? Starting to see the pattern here? I hope so. Ella siempre hace lo que dice. She always does what she says. I'm not even going to say that which she says, because you've got it now, right? Actually, well, I guess I just said it. Soy lo que soy. Lo que ves es lo que hay. I am what I am. What you see is what there is. That's a useful expression. It's kind of a Popeye thing. Soy lo que soy. Let's move on to category 4, lo meaning how. In expressions like this, no sabes lo mucho que te quiero. You don't know how much I love you. See, this is often used with lo mucho, how much. Me impresiona lo mucho que sabes sobre este tema. It impresses me how much you know about this topic. Now you can also use lo plus an adjective or adverb in certain circumstances to say how. So I'm going to give you a useful construction here that does just that, and it uses the subjunctive. No importa lo. Now here's where you're going to plug in your adjective and in some cases your adverb que plus the subjunctive. If you don't know what the subjunctive is, I have an entire playlist. You can just binge watch that. It is a keystone to learning Spanish, and one of the easiest ways to learn it is to learn triggers that trigger the subjunctive so you don't have to overthink it. Just like this is a formula. If you use this formula, whatever verb follows that que is going to have to be conjugated in the subjunctive. No importa lo inteligente que seas. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are. Now, see what we have there is our beginning is going to be just like our pattern. No importa lo. We pop in our adjective, inteligente. Que is still part of our pattern. And that next verb has to be in the subjunctive, and it is. See, it's seas. And that comes from the Spanish verb ser, to be. No importa lo rápido que corras. It doesn't matter how fast you run. You want to try one of these? I think you've got this, right? How about this? No matter how tired you are, keep going. See, it's great for advice. There's a couple ways you could probably translate this, but as long as you're getting this basic formula down. No importa lo cansado que estés, sigue adelante. Do you know that expression? Seguir adelante is like keep going. Very popular in Spanish. That brings us to our final category, lo, used in idiomatic expressions. You're going to see it in these little expressions. Most of them are about 3 words, and you don't translate it as a separate word, just learn them as said expressions. A lo largo, along, throughout, and that can be a spatial thing, you know, along the beach, or it can be time. A lo largo de la historia, like throughout history. Another popular one is a lo lejos. A lo lejos, in the distance, far away. Vi una pequeña cabaña a lo lejos en la colina. I saw a small cabin in the distance on the hill. Now this next one is one I like a lot. I do use it a lot. Lo antes posible, as soon as possible. Necesito la información lo antes posible. I need the information as soon as possible. One more, and then I'm going to sign out. This is not a complete list. There's lots of them, but you know, we got to wrap this thing up at some point. Por lo visto, apparently. Por lo visto, el evento fue cancelado. Apparently, the event was canceled. That's a useful one too. Well, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, just do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. And until next time, hasta luego.